dealing with the situation involving the two off-duty police officers and the incident. You have extensive knowledge on that. Could you run us through everything that happened that night up until that point, and what that experience was like for you?
Yeah. Yo, so that was crazy, man. I had just got out of prison. Yo, most of my story is going to start where I had just got out of prison. Feel me?
Yes.
So I had just got out of prison, and Pac, I hadn't seen him in about 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
The last time I seen him, he was working on Tupac Now, his first album.
Okay.
Right? That was the last time I saw him. And I knew he was coming home, and I knew he was going to do a show. My family had just flew me to Atlanta. They got me a ticket after I got out of jail, and I came to Atlanta. As soon as I got to Atlanta, Pac is coming to Georgia, and he's coming to do a show. So I'm there, and I'm backstage. He's flying in, and we waiting for him back in the I think it was at Clark University. We waiting for him in backstage
auditorium,
area. Yeah, like in the backstage area,
okay.
not in the auditorium.
Okay.
And I remember this he was coming up the stairs. He just arrived. He was coming up the stairs, and I see him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we hug, and he just keeps going.
Okay.
And he goes to his dressing room or whatever. I don't see none of that. I'm in the area with everybody else. And next thing I know, he's on stage, and he's performing. And while he's performing, you know, after about 2 or 3, well, maybe a song or two, he wants to start smoking weed, and, you know, the security around him is giving him a hard time. He can't light up weed on stage at a school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But he's like, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna smoke this, you know. And one thing led to another, and then that situation became chaotic. You know, we had to leave, and we left, and a bunch of people left with us.
Okay.
Not just our entourage, but other people.
Right.
Left with us. And we didn't go far. It was about 12 cars, if I remember. Maybe not that many. Maybe about 7 cars.
7 cars. Okay.
Behind us. And we got to the hotel. Wasn't far from the venue. And I remember that we're not moving.
Right.
It's traffic.
Okay.
And I don't know what the traffic is about. I'm about 3 cars behind him.
Okay.
And I don't know what the traffic is about. But then I see.
Do you remember the kind of car that Tupac was in?
He was in a Beamer.
He was in a Beamer.
He was in that was Man Man's Beamer.
Okay, it was in the Beamer.
Yeah, that was Man Man's Beamer.
You know, the All Eyes on Me was in the limo. You were there, so I want to confirm that he was in the BMW. Okay,
he was in a BMW 750. That was Man Man's.
Okay, got you.
And it was a nice car too, by the way. And that vehicle was the lead vehicle.
Right.
And then it was Pac's Benz behind that vehicle. And then I was riding with my cousins in their vehicle.
Okay.
And so I see after a while, I see Pac start screaming out the window. Cause I'm looking out the window of my car where I'm at, and I see Pac interacting with 2 white people.
Right, right.
First he's screaming out the window.
He's screaming out the window.
And then I see him interacting with 2 white people. Okay. I don't hear everything except for this. When he's arguing with them, one of them takes out his gun and busts the window of the BMW.
Okay.
The passenger side.
Right.
He cracks it, and my guy flipped out, man.
Tupac flipped out?
Yeah, he just lost. When he did that, first he pulled the gun out. He pulled the gun out on Pac and told him to run.
Right.
And Pac did he pulled his shirt up, and he pulled up his shirt and showed off his tattoo. This is thug life. We don't run nowhere.
Right.
And then dude bust his window out.
Okay.
And then when he busted his window out, Pac, my brother-in-law, he's my brother-in-law today.
Okay.
He had the pistol inside his coat. He had a Carhartt. Remember those Carhartt?
Carhartt, yeah, the Carhartt.
He had a Carhartt. Right. He had the pistol inside there, and Pac went in his coat and took the pistol as the two cops and the woman, there was a woman with him,
Right.
were running after they bust out his window.
Mm-hmm.
This dude takes the gun out and gets on one knee, military style. It's dark outside.
Mm-hmm.
And they run in there about 60 feet away from him. And he gets on one knee and tells everybody to get down. And he lets off 3 rounds.
Right.
And they run right past my ass. I swear to God, I remember this so clearly.
Why you didn't trip him up, Billy? Why you didn't trip him up?
If I had it, I would have, man, because I was that mad. Because I just seen what they did. They violated the guard. They bust his window out, man. Who do you know? Right. So anyway, they run right past me. And I just said, shoot him, shoot him.
Right.
And he does. He shoots the motherfuckers.
Wow.
And after he shot him, after I hear the shots, and I don't see if they got hit or not.
Right.
I run to him and I take the gun.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off his hoodie. I didn't take it from him. He actually put the gun on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Takes off his hoodie. I take the gun, I put it in my pants.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you missed. I know you missed. He said, nah, I got him. I said, nah, you missed.
Right.
But he did get him.
Right.
And he shot him in the ass and in the stomach. I don't know how he shot the other one in the stomach, but he did. I don't know how he did it.
Right.
It must have been a magical bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So he shot both of them. Was it one of them or he shot
both of them?
Both of them. Okay.
He didn't shoot the girl.
Okay. Wow.
But he shot both of them.
Wow. Wow.
So when I took the gun, everybody scatters and they go up to the hotel. They go inside the hotel.
Right.
I don't go with them. I go my separate way inside the hotel. I go into the staircase and I walk up the stairs.
Right.
And I'm looking for, I'm trying to decide, because in the staircase there's it's a fire hose. You know those encased fire hoses?
Right, absolutely.
That you see in the staircases in hotels? I'm looking for which one I'm gonna put, what floor I'm gonna go to. Do I want to go to the floor close to where we stand, or do I want to go higher or below?
Right.
Thinking where I'm gonna put this gun. I know I'm gonna put it in the thing. I actually end up putting it, I don't remember what floor we was on, but I hide it inside the hose and I go to the room. And when I get to the room, the girls that was with us, the people, my homies, my cousins, all my partners that was there, all our family, everybody is excited. Like the air in the room is, everybody's full of excitement because they just witnessed Tupac shoot somebody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's sitting on the bed, like in this very contemplative state. While he's sitting on the bed, I thought that was strange, number one.
Right.
When I saw him doing that, I didn't pay too much attention because I wanted to see what was going on outside.
Right.
So I went to the window to look downstairs and I see these fire trucks coming.
Okay.
And I hear the noise of the sirens and everything. And I'm like, yo, we got issues downstairs. And that's when he tells everybody to be quiet. Like everybody is talking and whatever, laughing, whatever. He tells everybody to be quiet. Everybody settles down. And he said, I want y'all to hear my new song.
Wow.
And he popped the tape in the box and whatever that is, and turned it on, and it was Dear Mama. And the dude was grooving. Like, when Pac plays his music, he grooves to it.
Grooves to it, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't want you to say nothing. He don't want you to comment on it. He just wants you to listen.
Right.
And he grooves to it. And that's what he was doing. He was just grooving to it. And I was like, damn, this dude wants us to hear his song after he just shot 2 people? Don't you want us to get you out of there? Don't you want to escape?
Right.
You don't want to escape. You want to stay there and play your song that you just did in the studio.
Wow.
Cold piece of work, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what he did. He played it. He didn't have no panic in him. It was like he was totally disconnected from what he just did.
Right.
It wasn't real to him.
Right.
He was on another dimension, I think. Really, I do. I think like on another level, he was in another dimension. He didn't feel any fear. He didn't feel like he needed to be protected.
Right.
He just felt like he needed to groove to a creation that he just made.
Like he was on his own timeline.
He was on his own time, exactly.
Yeah.
And people, and we know that can be true.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That people ascend to another level.
Yeah, to another level.
When they're so connected to what they're doing.
Right. So after that, did the police come to the room?
They came to the room. We knew they were coming to the room because
Okay.
I warned Watani. I warned Pac too, but when I warned Watani, he immediately told Pac, when they come up in the room, when they knock on the door, do not say nothing to them.
Right.
Let me handle it. Don't say anything.
Okay.
And Pac, right after he said that to him, there was a knock at the door, and it was a high-ranking police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And before Watani can get 2 words out of his mouth, Pac is in the guy's face. I forgot what he was saying to him, but it was totally against what Watani wanted.
Totally left field.
Totally incriminating.
Right.
He's
Wow.
giving this dude all incriminating shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow.
Yeah, and so he gets arrested, and when he gets arrested, we all go home. Some of us stay with him,
Uh-huh.
but I think me, his mother, my mother, and my father, God bless his soul, Mr.
Right.
TC, we all went home, and then they went to court. They met him in court the next day.
The next day.
I didn't go to court.
The next day. Okay. Wow. Amazing.